When you eat without shame or guilt, free of old beliefs about what you should and should not eat, the results might surprise you. Today, Dr. Lynn Rossy, author of the audiobook, The Mindfulness-Based Eating Solution, covers the basics of mindful eating. Dr. Rossy shares that what you choose to eat, when you choose to eat it, and how you eat it should be your top priorities. Hi, welcome to Your Great Journey. We offer brief tips, techniques, and insights to help you move in positive directions and master big change. For more information, please visit yourgreatjourney.com.
Your Great Journey is brought to you by audiobook publisher Wetware Media. Wetware Media publishes a wide variety of personal transformation audiobooks available from any major online audiobook retailer. For more information, please visit wetwaremedia.com. That's wetwaremedia.com.
Today, we are sharing an excerpt from the audiobook, The Mindfulness-Based Eating Solution, Proven Strategies to End Overeating, Satisfy Your Hunger, and Savor Your Life, written by Dr. Lynn Rossy. This audiobook offers an innovative and proven effective program to help you slow down, savor each bite, and actually eat less. This unique, whole-body approach will encourage you to adopt healthy eating habits by showing you how to listen to your body's intuition, uncover the psychological cause of your overeating, and be more mindful during mealtime. In this episode, Dr. Lynn Rossy explains the basics of mindful eating and how choosing to be intentional with what and how you eat can have a great impact.
What, when, why, and how you eat. Practicing with the basics of mindful eating brings consciousness to what, when, why, and how you eat. It's impossible to follow them perfectly, but every time you eat is an opportunity to awaken to the food you eat. There is no magic involved, just consistent effort to be present and observe. For a review, the basics are: B. Breathe and belly check for hunger and satiety before you eat. A. Assess your food. S. Slow down. I. Investigate your hunger throughout the meal, particularly halfway through. C. Chew your food thoroughly. S. Savor your food. Thankfully, you will find that you do not have to sacrifice taste in order to eat food that's good for your body. After exploring the concept of a conscious connoisseur for a few weeks, Amy said there was a conscious recognition that the previously craved foods full of sugar and fat were cheap in quality, not that pleasurable, and not worth eating. Eating mindfully can feel like a celebration of your body's wisdom. Honor your body and your taste buds. Foods with sugar, fat, and salt exert an amazing pull on you if you don't use mindfulness to eat them responsibly. Sugar and fat are needed to give the body energy, and salt is an essential nutrient. You don't have to completely avoid sugar, fat, or salt, but being conscious of how you feel when you eat food with these ingredients can give you the information you need about what, when, and how much to consume. When you eat without shame or guilt, free of old beliefs about what you should and should not eat, the results might surprise you. Even though Sally had started taking her lunch to work, she still liked the idea of having a cheeseburger and French fries with a soda for lunch. It was an old tape. Despite that thought, Sally was pleased at how delightful the carrots, apples, a simple sandwich, and water were that she packed for lunch. In addition, she was satisfied well past the mid-afternoon slump she would have experienced after the burger meal. As Sally discovered, what you eat affects how you feel, the energy you have, and how satisfied you are after you eat. Your body is waiting for you to listen and respond. When you slow down and pay attention, you can hear the internal voice of health surface from beneath the clamor of other conditioned voices. By knowing which types of food bring the body into greater balance, you will be less likely to overeat, and eating will begin to feel like a loving act instead of a guilt-producing activity. The basic idea is to eat food you enjoy that nutritionally has staying power. In general, these are foods that are unpackaged and unprocessed. You might call it real food rather than food-like substances, as Michael Pollan would say. In his book, In Defense of Food, Pollan suggests avoiding food products containing ingredients that A. are unfamiliar, B. are unpronounceable, C. number more than 5, or D. include high fructose corn syrup. While none of these characteristics is necessarily harmful in and of itself, they are all reliable markers for foods that have been highly processed. Quite simply, food that is closer to its source will supply more energy for your body. Please notice any tendency to turn these suggestions into rules for yourself that you feel guilty about breaking. There will be times you will eat past the point of satiety or eat something that is considered unhealthy. That's okay. The key is to be conscious about your choices and realize this journey is about progress, not perfection. It is what you eat over the long term that makes a difference. Each time you choose food that honors your body and your taste buds, you will be building a repertoire of experiences that bring a sense of well-being to your body and your heart. The impact of your food choices. Knowledge about the far-reaching impact of your food choices can be both disheartening and empowering. While you might not pause to consider it very often, how you eat plays a big role in determining what food is produced, how it's produced, the size of the carbon footprint, our water quality, and the health of our ecosystems. While most of us weren't paying attention, many food systems, production, processing, packaging, transportation, distribution, have had serious negative impacts on the quality of our food and the environment. It can be a little shocking to wake up to the results of our processed, fast food culture. The impact of your food choices. Knowledge about the far-reaching impact of your food choices can be both disheartening and empowering. While you might not pause to consider it very often, how you eat plays a big role in determining what food is produced, how it is produced, the size of the carbon footprint, our water quality, and the health of our ecosystems. While most of us weren't paying attention, many food systems, production, processing, packaging, transportation, distribution, have had serious negative impacts on the quality of our food and the environment. It can be a little shocking to wake up to the results of our processed, fast food culture. One of the movements trying to counteract the negative impact of the toxic food environment is the slow food movement, started in the 1980s by a group of activists led by Carlo Petrini in Italy. Their demonstration against the proposal to build a McDonald's at the Spanish Steps in Rome has turned into an international movement. The initial aim was to defend regional traditions, good food, gastronomic pleasure, and a slow pace of life. It has evolved into a global movement involving thousands of projects and millions of people in over 160 countries. The philosophy of the slow food movement rests on 3 principles: good, clean, and fair. In other words, it promotes food that is of good quality, flavorsome, and healthy. It encourages clean food production that does not harm the environment, and it supports fair, accessible prices for consumers and fair conditions and pay for producers. While these might sound like lofty ideas, having a vision about what you want your world to look like is an essential place to start. The good news is that you can make a difference by making small changes in what you buy and eat. Here is a list of suggestions that can help you be a conscious consumer of food. Go meatless 1 day a week. Meatless Monday began in 2003 in association with the Johns Hopkins Bloomberg School of Public Health. According to the Meatless Monday website, skipping meat 1 day a week is good for you, great for your nation's health, and fantastic for the planet. The website has lots of recipes to bring meatless magic to your dinner table. Eating less meat may reduce your risk of a number of chronic and preventable diseases, reduce your carbon footprint, and save resources such as fossil fuels and fresh water. In fact, the Natural Resources Defense Council estimates that if all Americans eliminated just 1/4 pound serving of beef per week, the reduction in global warming gas emissions would be equivalent to taking 4 to 6 million cars off the road. Buy local food. There are many ways to buy local these days, even in small towns. You can go to the farmer's market or shop at the grocery stores in your area that sell food from local producers. Eating local reduces your carbon footprint by minimizing emissions caused by transportation of goods. Grow your own food. You can't get more local than your backyard. Not only does it feel good to harvest your own food for the dinner table, but the taste is definitely going to win you over. There are many resources on the web and probably in your local community for learning how to get started with your first vegetable garden. Use all of your food. I know I've told you to throw food away that your body isn't hungry for, but there are a number of other choices to consider. You can cook only what you'll eat what's left over the next day, or compost the food you don't eat. Composting food scraps will provide you with rich, nutrient-dense soil for growing your food or enhancing your flower beds. For more suggestions, go to www.thinkatsave.org. This organization is dedicated to conscious consumption and teaching people how to have a smarter relationship with food, how we eat it, serve it, shop for it, and dispose of it. Estimates indicate Americans waste 1/3 to 1/2 of all of the food that's produced. So we have a lot of room to improve. Eat whole foods. Whole foods don't have as much of an impact on the environment as foods that have been refined and processed. Whole grains, for example, not only minimize factory usage, but enhance your energy level by keeping your blood sugar levels stable, help lower cholesterol, help prevent the formation of small blood clots that can trigger heart attacks or strokes, and may protect against some cancers. As an individual consumer, your decisions about what food to eat shape your body, the bodies of those around you, the degree to which the earth is treated in a sustainable way, the extent to which industry controls the marketplace, and how connected you feel to the nature sustaining you. Wendell Berry states that eating is inescapably an agricultural act, and that how we eat determines, to a considerable extent, how the world is used. Because of your intimate connection to the world, every bite of food you take makes a statement about your personal, social, environmental, political, and spiritual values. You can consciously eat and live by your values, not the values set by corporate agriculture.
Thanks for listening to this excerpt from the audiobook, The Mindfulness-Based Eating Solution. Proven strategies to end overeating, satisfy your hunger, and savor your life. You can purchase the complete audiobook from any major online audiobook retailer. If you'd like more information, please visit yourgreatjourney.com. Please be sure to subscribe to the show so you don't miss an episode. And if you like the show, please rate and review it. And please share it with friends who might also enjoy it. Thanks for listening.
Your Great Journey is brought to you by audiobook publisher Wetware Media. Wetware Media publishes a wide variety of personal transformation audiobooks available from any major online audiobook retailer. For more information, please visit wetwaremedia.com. That's WETWAREMEDIA.com.